Electronic calculators are also forbidden. Candidates are also reminded to bring along HB, 3B, or 2B pencils to answer multiple choice questions. A special appeal is being made to the public to minimize noise and other distractions around schools during the period 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Christina John, GBN News.
Government is one step closer towards the realization of Grenada's smart hospital, as government signed a 15-year collaboration and licenses agreement with Mount Sinai. Details in this report.
Although it is still in its early stages, Project Polaris was officially launched on Wednesday, with the government of Grenada signing a 15-year collaboration and licensing agreement with Mount Sinai. Ambassador Andrea St. Bernard, project sponsor for Mount Sinai, explained what the signing of this agreement means and its cost to government.
The collaboration and license agreement is really an agreement that allows the government of Grenada the opportunity to benefit from the experience and expertise and the full network of services that Mount Sinai has to offer. A main component of it is a license, so the right for the government of Grenada General Hospital to be known as in affiliation with Mount Sinai. What that means is Mount Sinai is committed to working with the government of Grenada to ensure that we raise our standards to international recognized levels. The consequence of losing that agreement is essentially we would lose the benefit of that collaboration and the benefit of being able to license the General Hospital as being in affiliation with Mount Sinai. The cost of the fee for the services, it changes. There are various services that will be available that we will be using over the course of the 15 years, and of course we have the opportunity to customize that as we understand what are the needs. Roughly, it's about $2.5 million per year for the next 5 years, working with Mount Sinai.
Citing the shortcomings of Grenada's present healthcare system, Ambassador St. Bernard said the vision for Project Polaris is to transform healthcare in the Caribbean. Project Polaris is built on 5 pillars.
Number 1, patient-centric healthcare. We want to ensure that we provide accessible health care to all Grenadians, that we provide specialist care, and that we provide an excellent experience for all patients, for all Grenadians. We are focused on community engagement as we marry the tertiary, primary, and secondary healthcare services. We have a significant focus on medical training and education. Coupled with that is research and innovation. We are building a medical hub, which will also be a hub for research and innovation, which will have the ability to attract medical minds and aspirations from regionally and globally. And number 5 is tech adaptation and integration.
Ambassador St. Bernard said it was quite a robust selection process that began in January of 2024. She provided an update on the status of the design for the new smart hospital.
The expected outcomes and impact of Project Polaris in a very basic, general way is to upgrade the hospital infrastructure, provide a wider range of specialized medical and surgical services, and to also have infrastructure that's adaptable for future expansion, growth, and other opportunities. So we are quite, as I said, 2024 and 2025 are planning years, and we've been working diligently and actually at lightning speed to put together the plans for the new hospital. We are working towards a design. We are still in the process of finalizing, again, going through quite a robust process to identify and select the right design firms, build and contract firms.
Other elements of the planning phase currently taking place entails the mapping out of the master site plan. The medical city itself is expected to occupy at least 84 acres of land in Hopefield, with the smart hospital itself occupying 10 acres. Christina John, GBN News.
Nigerian healthcare professionals, according to Grenada's health minister, will join Grenada's healthcare system. Details in this Christina John report.
Health Minister Philip Telesford on Wednesday disclosed that the government of Grenada has signed an agreement with the government of Nigeria, enabling Nigerian healthcare specialists to provide their services in Grenada to boost the country's healthcare system. Minister Telesford was at the time responding to a question posed by a journalist about government's plan to increase staff in the public healthcare system.
We have signed an agreement with the Nigerian government for some professionals, specialists to come into our system. I think it's 9 or so specialists that are coming in. And we continue to forge these strategic relationships with our partners globally to have people come into our system.
The health minister also said that the government will continue to forge these strategic relationships with global partners to enable other healthcare providers to take up opportunities in Grenada.
We recognize that we do not and will not have all of the resources here locally, so we definitely have to hire in the resources that we do not have. So the strategy really is to, one, prepare our people while we continue to forge alliances with our global partners.
The health minister made a plea for more Grenadians, especially young people, to prepare themselves to take up the various opportunities that will become available directly and indirectly from the proposed climate-smart, resilient medical complex, envisaged to become the medical destination of choice for the Americas.
But we also want to encourage our young people to sign up, to take up opportunities that are available. And this medical city that we speak about is going to redound to serious economic benefit for the population, not just in medicine, but there are a number of peripheral services that is going to happen. Additionally, the economy is going to be buoyed out of this whole investment.
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenadian developers and entrepreneurs explored new opportunities on Tuesday as the Investment Migration Agency hosted a landmark symposium. Rena Pierre-Thomas reports.
Ministers for trade from across the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, are gathered in Grenada for the 6th meeting of the OECS Council of Ministers Trade at the Radisson Beach Resort. The high-level meeting aims to strengthen regional trade policy and advance deeper economic integration within the OECS. Key agenda items include the review and enhancement of the OECS trade policy coordinating framework and the establishment of an OECS Trade Policy Committee comprising representatives from government, the private sector, and civil society. The Council will also focus on the operationalization of an OECS custom union, promoting the free circulation of goods and further developing the free trade in service regime within the sub-region. In his welcoming remarks, Ambassador Aaron Moses, Commissioner of the OECS in Grenada, emphasized the importance of a unified approach to trade in today's global economy.
Many are complaining of the slowness to implement what is so obvious, the deepening of a regional integration movement and improving our collaboration among our nations, benefiting from the strengths of unity. And so today, as we get down to the business, I want to urge all our participants, our various ministers, officials, let's approach this meeting with focused intent, but committing to ensuring that tardiness will be a thing of the past, and our sense of urgency will be heightened.
His Excellency Dr. Didicus Jules, Director General of the OECS, highlighted the ongoing challenges facing the region and shared insight on possible next steps for overcoming them.
We will be left behind or worse, sacrificed to the interests of the powerful. We must ask ourselves some tough questions. One, are our trade frameworks, multilateral, regional, bilateral, fit for purpose? Are we effectively advocating for asymmetrical obligations that reflect our vulnerability? Secondly, we must complete the architecture of the Eastern Caribbean Economic Union. This is not the time for half measures. The customs union, the free circulation of goods, and the free trade in services must become a reality, not in theory, not in communiques, but in trucks crossing borders, boats crossing the sea, services crossing screens, and capital traversing the islands.
Minister for Trade Joseph Andel, host of this year's council meeting, underscored the significance of regional trade cooperation.
Trade always plays a critical role in economic growth and development of OECS member states. Policies and actions to direct and influence the composition and direction of imports and exports are therefore important areas of policy making in the wider economic development policy making framework. The revised Treaty of Bastia recognizes this and identifies trade policy as an issue for member states to accord legislative competence to the OECS.
The Council is also expected to receive updates on World Trade Organization activities, including preparation for the 14th WTO Ministerial Conference scheduled for 2025. Rena Pitt Thomas, GBN News.
Trade ministers from OECS member states are meeting in Grenada to strengthen regional integration and advance key trade initiatives. Stay with us for the details.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Wow, girl, some cool air finally.
I know, right? I just installed the air conditioning. I'm glad you're here. Look at my Grenlec bill from this month. Tell me what's different.
Well, the bill analysis is showing that the number of units you used went down each month. Congrats on that.
But look at the total charges line. It's like I'm paying more for less.
Pay special attention to the fuel charge and adjustment. As you can see, the fuel cost was higher during those months.
So when Grenlec has to pay more for fuel, I get the charges?
Well, yes. I mean, when your suppliers charge more for the flowers and fruits out of season, don't you have to charge your clients more too?
Well, that is true.
But look at the last couple of bills. The fuel charge dropped and the adjustment was a credit. So you actually paid less per kilowatt hour or unit.
And I was really happy about that too. I get it. No matter what the fuel charge and fuel adjustment charge are, once I am managing my usage, I'm on the right path.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger, and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home. Hey parents, we all know children don't come with manuals, but you can step up your parenting game. Join the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Grenada National Council of the Disabled for an incredible series of community engagement. Discover essential topics like child abuse prevention, understanding discipline versus punishment, building healthy relationships, mastering parenting in the electronic era. Catch us in your community nightly from 6 to 8, starting in the community of River Sally on Monday, May 12th, at the River Sally Government School, Tuesday, May 13th, at the Mount Horn Community Center, Wednesday, May 14th, at the Willis Community Center, on Monday, May 19th, the Anglican Government School in the community of St. John, and in the community on St. David on Tuesday, May 20th, at the Pomeroy's School. Enhance your parenting skills and create a brighter future for your children. Join us and step up today. Brought to you by the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited.
Grenada, the time has come. It's the big showdown in the first ever Classic Lighted and the Communal Credit Union Invitational 2025. Come witness the Royal Grenada Police Force and His Majesty's prison officers take on the nation's busmen and women in an epic 4x1 relay. Then it's Flow versus DG Sal. And don't miss out, Nawasa, who will be flooding Grenlec in the ultimate relay. All this and more, May 17th and 18th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Adults $30, children $15. Season passes are available. It's a showdown like no other. Be there.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Trade ministers from OECS member states are meeting in Grenada to strengthen regional integration and advance key trade initiatives. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Under the theme, Grenadian Innovation Creating Local Opportunities Through Investment Migration, the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada hosted a landmark symposium on Tuesday, May 13th. The event aimed to open new doors for local developers while strengthening the role of Grenadian in the country's Citizen by Investment program. It also shone a spotlight on the direct benefits the CBI initiative offers to Grenadian developers and entrepreneurs. The symposium featured a lineup of key stakeholders, including Chairman of the CBI Committee, Richard Duncan, CEO of the Investment Migration Agency, Thomas Anthony, and Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC CEO, Roland Theodore. In his address, CBI Committee Chairman Richard Duncan made it clear investment under this program does not come free.
When you look at the program, we are saying that this special regime provides Grenadian business persons with another avenues to promote and secure investment flows into their projects. An operative word is investment flows. So if that investment flow, there must be a return on investment. So then you have to pay people a dividend or give them a share in the company or a ownership rights in the land. You know, there are different models out there through which people get a return on their investment.
Duncan further outlined the key guidelines for local developers interested in participating in the program.
An international developer would have to find 20% of the project cost as equity. A local Grenada developer has to find 6%. Right? 70% less than your competitor, as it were. When you have a project, you have to apply to the IMA for that project to be considered and assessed for approval. And you pay not after you get approval, if you get approved, you pay before. International is 10,000. Local, 3,000 US. If you cannot start the project by the agreed time and you want an extension of time, each time you ask for an extension, it's $10,000.
He also shared some of the important qualities developers must have to successfully implement a project under the CBI program.
To make a project move from the idea stage to the concept stage to the viability stage or feasibility stage to the actual project on the ground. So there has to be improved communication among all of us, and the guidelines must be clear and there must be consistent messaging and of course application. Secondly, you as a developer must be highly motivated. Point is that there's need for effective teamwork and collaboration. And of course, you as a local developer would have to develop a good knowledge of the investment migration space, effective management, right? The application of modern business practices, managerial practices would be important for your project success.
The Investment Migration Agency is encouraging local developers, entrepreneurs, and anyone with a viable project idea to reach out and explore how they can benefit from the program. Rena Pett Thomas, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the impact of America First trade policies, including recent higher tariff rates, continue to be a serious concern in the Caribbean. Dr. Didicus Jules, Director General of the OECS, says trade ministers within the region will assess the impact of President Donald Trump's second-term America First trade policy, which has led to higher global trade tariffs.
But at a very critical juncture in global economic history, we are at an inflection point of tectonic shifts in the world's geopolitical and trade architecture. We are witnessing the sobering reality of what has been described as a polycrisis. That is a convergence of economic, environmental, technological, and geopolitical disruptions, each amplifying the other, leaving small island states like ours with vanishing margins for maneuver. The recent return to power of President Donald Trump and the acceleration of the America First trade doctrine is the latest tremor in this landscape. And its implications are not abstract. On April 9th, the United States imposed a 10% base tariff on all goods entering its market from the OECS. For decades, we have benefited from unilateral, duty-free access under various preferential regimes. That era is being dismantled with little warning, little consultation, and little consideration for vulnerable economies like ours.
Jules explains that in a recent meeting with the U.S. Secretary Marco Rubio, the impact of the tariffs rates was at the top of the discussion.
And these developments are not just political whims. They are structural shifts rooted in discontent with trade deficits, perceived imbalances in the WTO system, and the global competition for dominance in emerging sectors and technologies. Now, we just recently returned from a meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and one of our Prime Minister Kerry, was very clear in his presentation to the Secretary of State that we have no say in what the U.S. policy is. The President is effecting a mandate for which he was elected. So it is for every country to determine what is in their best interest and to take matters in their hands. Our challenge is not what the U.S. is doing. Our challenge is what are we doing to place ourselves in a better and different space.
Private sector representative in the upper house, Senator Salim Rahman, has welcomed the government's new tax relief measures for businesses still reeling from the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in July last year. In an interview with GBN earlier today, Rahman described the move as timely and essential for those still struggling to recover.
Relief was given through GDB. By the government to businesses, and businesses people had to rebuild their lives first. So you had to rebuild your homes. It's hard to say your business was destroyed, like in the case of a fire. In the case of a hurricane, everything is destroyed. So you have to at least be able to live, be able to have shelter. So they would have had to deal with the pressing requirements first, which is to rebuild. And then this now deals with machinery and equipment. And I think that is good. Of course, the priority of rebuilding must come before machinery because you have to hold the machinery somewhere. So at first glance, our setting is on the 27th of this month. So we didn't receive documents too long ago. So at first glance, it is a good thing.
The Tax Administration Post-Barrel Fiscal Support Bill 2025 was approved in the lower house on Tuesday and includes VAT and corporate tax exemptions, suspended tax payments, and extended filing deadlines for affected businesses. The bill is set for debate and final approval when the Senate meets on May 27th. Next in network news, sargassum levels soar by 200% in April. We'll tell you more after the break.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
$10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding Multi-X to your bet? Yes, Multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and Multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, Multi-X all of the daily games.
With Multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add Multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. Taking on all my competition. Got the whole bank's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation. Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. Start, manage, expand your business today.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion.
If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Bryden and Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, 3 O's Auto, Co-op Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Uriah Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
No, girl, that was yesterday. I can't believe all they said that. She didn't.
Mom, can you help me, please? I'm having some trouble understanding.
No, you serious?
Mom, can you help me, please?
So y'all sit down and say that? Okay then, bye. Here! Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's ensure that you're well prepared for this exam.
Parents, you have a crucial role to play in helping to prepare your children for the CPEA exams. Help them or seek additional help so that they can revise the concepts they learn at school and give them a better chance to be successful and move on to the next phase of their lives. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them boss dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them man make out of them man. Me a 38 man. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run man. Oh man, what is that easy? No what? Nice. Yeah. You number 1. Ah yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
A report by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has shown an alarming increase in sargassum seaweed in the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico by 200%, surpassing the all-time high reported in June 2022. In an update Tuesday, the NOAA said, based on the report, more sargassum is expected to be transported to the West Caribbean Sea and then to the Gulf through the Yucatan. The NOAA said, as predicted last month, the sargassum amount in each region except the East Atlantic increased in April. The increase in the Gulf of Mexico and Western Caribbean Sea were typical, as in most previous years, but total amounts in the Eastern Caribbean Sea and West Atlantic reached surprisingly high levels. They were both 200% higher than their historical records in April. Similarly, the total amount in all regions combined was 150% higher than the historical record in April. Furthermore, this total amount was 40% higher than the all-time high in June 2022, which makes 2025 a new record year. Most of these increases are due to both local growth and physical transport, but the exact reasons behind these new historical records need to be investigated. Corresponding to these increases, sargassum beaching events have been reported around the Caribbean and along the southeast coast of Florida. The NOAA said May is expected to see continued increases in most regions. They also said sargassum inundation will continue to occur in most of the Caribbean nations and islands, as well as along the southeast coast of Florida. The Caribbean Community CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, also known as IMPACTS, today opened the 28th meeting of the Standing Committee of Chiefs of Immigration and Comptrollers of Customs, CICC, under the theme Strengthening Regional Leadership, Innovation, and Collaboration in Border Security. The three-day meeting runs from the 14th to the 16th of May in Castries, St. Lucia. Senior immigration and customs officials from CARICOM's 15 member states and 6 associate members are attending, alongside key regional and international partners. The meeting will address pressing border security challenges and the changing dynamics of migration across the region. Discussions will focus on enhancing cooperation to combat migrant smuggling, human trafficking, and transnational organized crime, while exploring innovations in digital identity, biometric border controls, and e-passport standards. Delegates will also examine the Regional Migration Policy, or RAMP, synthetic drug threats, and intelligence-led border management. Additional priorities will include strengthening the use of advanced passenger information, or API, and passenger name records, PNR systems, modernizing cargo inspection technologies, and improving maritime enforcement. Closed sessions will allow immigration and customs leaders to consider legislative harmonization, integrated border management strategies, and capacity building efforts. The outcome of the meeting are expected to inform the future direction of CARICOM's border security framework and support more unified migration and enforcement policies across the region. Stay with us. We'll have sports and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and light. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish streets of Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain-on-blocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to all plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, Because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad compliments Classique Lighting Caribbean.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Good evening, sports fans. Darren Ned was hitting at a strike rate of 300 to guide Clove Challengers to a 7-wickets victory over Bayleaf Blasters in the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 inside of Las Vegas in St. David. This is how things went down. Opting to field after winning the toss, Clovers went on the offensive, reducing the Blasters to 4 for 18 inside 3 overs. They would reach 79 for 6 in their allotted 10 overs. Mikel Dubisset bagged 3 scalps, returning returning figures of 3 for 10 in 2 overs, and in reply, challengers made light work of the target, losing 3 wickets in the process. Darren Ned top scored with 30 runs from 10 balls. In the second of today's doubleheader, Nutmeg Warriors came away with a 6 wickets victory over Ginger Generals. Batting first, Ginger Generals scored 90 for 9 in 10 overs, with John L. Eugene leading the batting with a mouth-watering 45 from 25 balls. Nutmeg Warriors, in reply, reached their target of 94 for 4 to complete a 6 wickets win. The Grenada Volleyball Association has committed itself to expanding the sport locally. Speaking to Association President Javin Noel, he says that the association is currently in its foundational stage of development. The observation comes on the heels of the team's recent participation in regional tournaments.
We acknowledge that there has been a gap in certain areas, especially where the school league is concerned, so we definitely have to ramp up our relationship with the Ministry of Youth and Sport, who has normally been a part of our developmental agenda. So our aim is to really get back the sport involved in the different clubs, schools, communities, and that in itself will contribute to the upgrading in our level of our national programs. So Grenada's ranking currently in the female under 23 is 7th, and in the male it's 9th. So definitely our first objective would be to maintain or increase our ranking in that aspect of it. I do believe we are at a good position since we implemented our yearly periodization plan, which started last year with the senior team. And most of the under 23 athletes were a part of that program. So they have definitely been at a higher level than they were last year. It's just a matter of improving that structure, and of course when we turn into the tournament, to execute to the best of our ability.
Grenada is currently ranked 7th and 9th in female and male categories respectively. According to Noel, the rest of the year promises to be very demanding.
Well, definitely, this year is a packed year, especially for our youth. So currently, we are preparing our youth under 21 and under 23 teams for the beach volleyball set to take part in June, the beginning of June, and the ending of June. The beginning of June will be in St. Kitts, and we are also going to be sending some coaches to get them certified to come back and work with our existing programs. Then the under 23 later on that month. We have a series of camps available for our athletes to travel to Paraguay to build their capacity as well, and of course our senior beach volleyball teams will continue their training to try to take part in the Nausicaa tours to qualify for the CAC Games next year.
Meanwhile, the association is also on a drive to build capacity in all facets of the sport. This as local coaches and stakeholders are participating in a 1-week training session. The training is being conducted by FIB constructor Francisco Hervas,
which will tell them how to teach whatever it is, volleyball or whatever any other activity, which it will improve the motor learning capacities of the people, or the young people in this case. And then another one, it will give them tools on volleyball specifically so they can understand better the game and they can use this game as a tool. We do really believe in FIBB that expanding these grassroots at the schools is a very good way to expand the participation on the countries, and especially in developing countries like Grenada is. We have great hopes that they can do better, and we're just trying to help on the plan that Grenada has already established of developing volleyball at the schools.
According to Hervas, despite the limited numbers compared to other regions, there is growing interest among youths.
That too. I mean, volleyball probably is the game who change more. We change a lot, but that will be a competitive level. We believe that in grassroots there is on principles that you have to follow, methodology, problem planning, situation that you have to solve before. Then you use the volleyball. Then if you want to be on the competitive side, obviously you have to be updated with all the new things that show up. But everything is positive. When your goal at the end is increase the participation of young people on volleyball, and be sure that the people who's going to be working with them has enough tools to do their job the best possible way.
That's what's been happening in sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Despite a binding order from the International Court of Justice, ICJ, to suspend its planned regional elections in Guyana's Essequibo region, the Venezuelan government has rejected the ruling and announced its intention to proceed with the polls on May 25th, 2025. Speaking to reporters on the sideline of the Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police annual meeting, President Dr. Irfan Ali firmly reassured the nation that Guyana's sovereignty will not be compromised. More in this report.
International Court of Justice's ICJ ruling against holding elections in the Essequibo region. Venezuela has rejected the decision and is proceeding with its plans. The elections are scheduled for May 25, 2025. On Monday, during a sideline interview at the opening of the 39th Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police annual general meeting and conference, President Irfan Ali assured Guyanese that the nation's sovereignty will not be compromised amid Venezuela's continued efforts to claim the Essequibo region.
We asked Venezuela to respect international law, but we are not sitting back also. Of course, I want to assure you and all Guyanese that the Guyana Defense Force, the government, and every stakeholder, we're putting everything in place to ensure that the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Guyana is always protected.
The president emphasized that his government, along with its international partners, is keeping a close eye on developments. He stressed that ongoing assessments and strategic planning are in place to ensure the protection of Guyana's territory, urging citizens to remain calm and confident.
To all the citizens of Guyana and those who are living in the territory of Guyana, you have nothing to fear. You're living in what is our sovereign space, and we're going to protect and ensure that our sovereign space is respected by all.
Tensions escalated further on May 2, 2025, when Venezuela officially rejected ICJ's order issued just a day earlier, which called on the country to suspend its planned regional elections in Essequibo. In response, the Venezuelan government reiterated that it does not recognize ICJ's jurisdiction and, therefore, will not adhere to any of its rulings. Tianco reporting for the HGP Night 3 News.
Israeli forces have carried out some of the most violent Israeli attacks in recent days. A series of airstrikes have killed at least 77 people since dawn on Wednesday. At least 45 were killed in the Jabalia refugee camp, which was the target of multiple attacks. One of the strikes hit a residential block where displaced Palestinians were sheltering. The Israeli military has also targeted Khan Yunis in the south. Details in this report.
The Israeli military has carried out series of attacks across northern Gaza Strip, killing many Palestinians. One of these attacks is in Jabalia town, where many Palestinians have been confirmed killed and dozens were injured and transported to the nearest hospital. As you can see, the scale of devastation inflicted to this residential block is unprecedented. People were targeted without any prior warning. Complete residential block in this neighborhood. The adjacent buildings also were affected by the brutal attack that came without any prior warning that devastated the whole area here. People here say that the attack felt like an earthquake.
We were sleeping when an explosion threw us from our beds. Our neighbor's house was bombed and ours was badly damaged. We barely escaped. All our neighbors had been killed.
It felt like a massive earthquake. All the homes are gone, including ours. We made it out from under the rubble, and thank God we're alive.
Amid the ongoing Israeli military's continuation of attacks targeting several areas across the Gaza Strip, the situation is getting much more dire, especially after the Israeli military cut off all supplies to Gaza Strip's 2.3 million residents in the longest closure that the Strip has ever faced. The starvation and death are threatening thousands of hundreds of Palestinians across the Gaza Strip. Ibrahim Khalili, Al Jazeera, Gaza, Palestine.
That's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Now for a recap of tonight's top headlines. Students complete first of 2 days of the final component of the Primary Exit Assessment, CPEA. Government signs a 15-year collaboration and licenses agreement with Mount Sinai. Nigerian healthcare professionals to join Grenada's healthcare system. And trade ministers from OECS member states meet in Grenada to strengthen regional integration. In regional news, President Ali vows to defend Guyana's territory as Venezuela defies ICJ ruling. And in international news, dozens dead as Israel intensifies Gaza bombardment. In sports, Volleyball Association conducting week-long training. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for choosing to join us. We hope you'll choose to join us again tomorrow. Have a good